are some things you can't control. Like a sudden rise in the Texan air temperature. An unexpected raindrop in Shanghai. Or the competition's new upgraded front wing. Yes, there are some things out of your control, but being the best shouldn't be one of them. Like getting in that extra lap by perfectly timing your pit stop. Having your rival on your tail, but you've chosen a defensive driver. Or conserving your power unit to make that last lap overtake. Whatever the challenge, make the call.
Here we go then. Welcome to the free-to-play account. Yes, the free-to-play account is about to get set and ready as we look forward for a round of racing here in Contender. So hopefully you've been able to watch our recent round, which was the Champions difficulty. We put in a very good round there, so fingers crossed we are going to be able to do the same in the Contender. So hopefully everybody is doing well. If you are in the chat, make sure to let me know, of course, as well, and let me know how you've got on. Welcome to Respect to Rafe. Welcome to Joe, Caliber Paul, Hemi Life. Welcome as well. Mr. Loco is here. Damien was here. P2 champions at the moment. Let's go. Can you play Challenger? We can, but not this week. Chintu, welcome. So, yes, the Contender round is upon us here on the free-to-play account. If you don't know what free-to-play means, it is literally zero spend. We have not spent a single penny all year on this game. Hopefully, Paul, hopefully you can make it through. Now, we'll show you. Champions GP was good. It was good. So, Fabian, welcome as well. So, we're going to run through our setup and lineup then for this, but let's show you our group first. So, we start on pole. We were the highest scoring player in qualifying, entering the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix event, which is great news because that means that we're in a really good position. And of course, in qualifying on Thursday, we got a very bad race number 4. So we have a little bit of point spare. Raphael, welcome. So we start in P1, or what was P1. But let's go and take a look at the current point scoring in this group. We are doing the sponsor task of 4 additional points. So, if we scroll to the top, we can see one player, Mr. Chipper, on 189 at the moment. So he's scoring pretty well. You ever qualify high up? Nah, I think the best place you'll probably get, Goose, is like 10th or something like that. I don't think you'll ever come at the front of champions. So the points look a little bit low. It's 300 points pretty much for a top 10, 310. And P1 is only 337. So I think what we're going to do, chat, I might try and use some free boosts in this round and try and look after some of the boosts. I think that's going to be the play because that looks a relatively low scoring group, which for us is of course great. So let's get set up for race number 1, shall we? Let's make sure we go and pick all our power unit parts for Abu Dhabi. And then we will get set and ready to race. Thank you, Andrew. Welcome. Good to see you in here. So, we could go reactor, but I don't think we necessarily... Yeah, we probably do. I'm going to go for a reactor on this one. So, upgrade that one. Let's use that one. So, I think that's going to be the setup that I'm going to run. Pretty much, yeah, the best I've got. And now we need to select drivers. Now, if I remember pretty well, I think Bortoletto is quite good on tyres around here. He might be able to do the one-stop. Max Verstappen we have to use for the additional 4 points. Challenger, yeah, Contender's the easiest place I've found so far when I've moved up. Bortoletto is my other. Now, Bortoletto should be able to get a 4 hard, just about. Verstappen cannot, so he's got to go for the 2-stop. So, Bortoletto and Verstappen are our driver lineup. our car lineup is that. Now, chat, how many points do you think we're going to get? And in this round of racing, there is a total of 51 points available. Now, remember, we are going to be using some of the free boosts, and we'll probably just try and save a little bit. So you might see us using Warrior at this circuit, for example. Yes, we might score less points, but I'm going to try and get through on the free part. And that is very annoying, Jay. You have to have a look, see if maybe your game's timing out or something. Maybe try and reset the game before you race. Space Mountain, welcome. So, we're going to get into it. That is race 1 lineup, overtaking. I don't think there's anyone else we can use from an overtaking perspective. Behrman we can, but I won't be using him. Probably use Hamilton, no point. So, that is what we're going for. Evening, Chris. And let's see if we can do this. I think if you're P14 at the minute, Joe, I think you might be okay, you know. I think you might be okay. Right, chat, come on. There's not many guesses in the chat right now for how many points. Super Oreo, welcome. Come on, get in here and tell me how many points I am about to score. We have got a 1329 team score. I am Noggy. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Let's go. Now, difficult matchup, but we are going to try and protect some points. You've seen us do this in the past where we sort of hold off on the points and then go and hit it big time on the Sunday. So, let's see. Qualify, 22-24. Bortoletto onto the hards, Verstappen onto the mediums. And I'm going to save the boosts. I'm going to use Warrior. Yes, it's only 5 overtaking, but I need to start saving some of these big boosts, and especially if we want P1 Contender tomorrow, I need to save some of these boosts because these could be crucial for tomorrow. So over to the free-to-play screen we go. Rivals gone for the one stop. They are going to probably kill this one easy, but they are using the big boosts, so that's what we expect. Let's go and get racing and see what we can do. Verstappen and Bortoletto currently at the back of the pack. But we'll see if we can get through anyway. So, rival with the one stop. That is going to be very hard for us to overcome. We know that. But you never give up. You never know. We've seen safety cars at both Abu Dhabi circuits earlier on in the opening round. So we might get that again. You never know. But the rivals using their best boosts here in opening round. Nothing wrong with that. That is just what they're using. We will save it for the Sunday. Now, let's push a little bit, see if we can get through. It is still going to be a slow progress, it seems, but DRS is going to be absolutely key. So, as we cruise up, a little bit harder with this boost, but we got to start making overtakes. And here comes a few of them already then, as we get, and there's a chaos at that corner. P14 or P15, P19. Nodkin, I think you're chatting absolutely rubbish, mate. If you don't want to be on this channel, see you later. Imagine somebody trying to give everybody as much information as possible, and Mr. has got a skill issue, and you want to blame me. I mean, I think you need to have a look at yourself. That is it. So well done, sir. P12. Let's go. Come on, we can still do this. But imagine watching the strategy guide, Nodkin, and I tell you every single boost which has both of the track stats, and then I tell you that if you don't want to use the track stats, make sure to go for the driver stat. Imagine if you wasn't able to listen properly. You'd look pretty stupid. So, get back in your little hole, dig yourself a cover, and keep the fuck out of my stream, mate. How about that one? Right, let's get racing. Let's get some points. And let's do this. And look at that. Why is there so many cars running out of tyres or, like, breaking down with no breakdown? Let's go. Right, Bortoletto does get the 4 hard. That's good. Exactly. So many people get good results on our strategy guides. Because you've got a skill issue, you want to start crying to me. What do I want them to add to the game next season? A little bit of tissues for Nodgkin. That's what I want them to add next season. How about that one? He doesn't wind me up. He just deserves some shit. I don't know what I'd want them to add to next season, if I'm honest. I don't really know. I want to see a shop for, like an inbox for power-ups. That's one thing I want to see. I don't like the fact that we can't keep hold of our power-ups. I want to see a little sort of stockpile where we can save them. Right, this is not great points. Yeah, Minecraft or Roblox for some people required, yeah. This is tough, but I might have to sneak out some better boosts. Hopefully Nodgkin approves of those boosts that I used in the future races, of course. But I think we might still get some points. We're into 10th. We got 50, I think we got 50 points here in race number 1 in qualifying, but that was using a lot better boost. I think we're using Skull. So Warrior's a little bit different as Verstappen comes into the pits. So where are you going to get up to? Okay, we're going to get up to 7th place. Okay, that's okay. If we can keep on the places. Welcome, Solanke. Do you boost or do you... I don't buy them. I just earn them. This is a zero spend account. We just earn everything that we've got on this account. P10 Verstappen. I mean, it's not great points, but we are going to get an additional 4. That's the bonus. Still got a couple of cars coming into the pits. Still getting up to P6. Yeah, fair matches would be good, yeah. Very tough place, the old matchmaking. Right, Bortoletto. Can we even get through with the free boosts? I feel like we need to be a little bit better than this. With the point scoring. There is another place. Get that Hamilton. Yes. Okay, couple of extra points. Great job, Joe. Yeah, you won't let boost selection bring you down. Don't worry. Right, so up to P8 and P6. It's not amazing. We'll do a lot better with a better boost. But it's alright. It's okay. About Singapore, tried to bounce with Sunkoff. 170p and boost. Scored 33. But it's just stupidly tough, Singapore. Stupidly tough. But Rival got 46. But we were well out team scored there. That was a level 6. Same drivers. Yeah, a lot better setup. Look at that for a level setup. So they had a lot better levels. But, obviously, if we use a lot better boost tomorrow, if we, of course, make it through, then we will, of course, be sort of job done. But we should still. We've got 40 points. So if we score, basically, 40 points a race, how much do we score then? Is it like 3... I can't even remember what it is. 4 times 8. 320 points. 320 points will be enough to get through. But we should be scoring more than 40. So we'll watch this space. Now, race number 2, I think, is a trip to Imola. Race start power unit. So if we can get more than 40, we can get through with the free boosts and save all the good ones for tomorrow. Race start, I think Bearman's got to come in. Yeah, we don't need tyres around here, but we've obviously got to keep max. And probably going to be using a bit of the ballast boost in this one. Again, a little bit of race start, but saving all of the big boosts for tomorrow. Jonesy, welcome. Good evening. Hope you are doing well. So, power unit again. And Max Verstappen. Let's go, chat. Get your guesses in. Race number 2. Let's go. Let's do this. We are going to be using ballast boost. G-Fox, welcome from Oz. I don't think England are doing great in the Ashes. I don't follow cricket massively, but every time I hear about the cricket, England have lost a wicket. That's what usually happens. So yeah, we're going to be not using a race start power unit boost. Let's just clarify this to Nodgkin so he doesn't cry. We're going to be using a ballast boost because we want to save the good boosts till tomorrow. That is why. Italy and Imola up next. Now, 40 plus points we would like to get. We could do with a good result round here. Andrew, how have you got on this weekend so far? Didn't you go both contender? I think, maybe. Are you looking at a good result? Is anybody looking at a good result? Let me know. Do you think you've got what it takes this weekend to be scoring well? Right, Ballas. So only an extra 5 again. This is still going to be very, very tough. But we are trying to save our boosts. That is key because we've got an easy group. If this was a more difficult group, you would not see me using the free boosts. Hopefully another P1 for Rafe. Let's go. That would be huge. Now, 14th and 15th, not a bad start for these two. We need to get back on track. If we could get a 50-pointer, that would be amazing. 378 is good for P. Yeah, I think so. You can obviously get a 376 without taking the sponsor task. So you obviously want to score more than that. But it depends on your levels. Depends what you've got. So up to 8th we go. And up to 13th we go. So we're getting through slowly. We're going to get DRS on the next lap. Both contender, one tough, one okay. Bail on the finals if bad groups. Fair enough. Good thinking. It's all about strategic play. That's why if you can get through, save your boosts. If you get through and you're not going to finish very high, don't bother racing. Save your group. There's always method to everything that can be done in this game. You just got to play smart. Got to use that IQ that's up there. So, Behrman into 5th. Behrman into 5th. Here comes Verstappen with DRS. And he is going to move himself now into the top 10. So, again, we're slowly coming through the pack. As Alonso nearly gets past. And it's a little bit weird at the moment because we've got a Haas in 4th and a Kick Sauber in 3rd. Very weird. We've got Alonso in 6th. Well, not anymore. We've gone backwards. It's tough racing these free boosts in contender, I must say. Because now Verstappen goes backwards. We might have to whip some good boosts out later. This is hard. Harder than I thought. We get out ahead of Alonso though. That is key. Right, where do we come out? Behrman into traffic, but gets past some of that traffic straight away. There is Hulkenberg. Can we get Hulkenberg? Yes, we can. Palm might be worth. That's what I mean. So tomorrow, I'm going to use some of our school boosts, which is great for some of the overtaking circuits. And we could have a good chance of getting a very good palm boost. Did we have a cool update for what, Goravenge? Yeah, we're doing okay. I just got to get about 320. I've got to get about 40 points a race to make it through in a very comfortable position. So I don't want to get close to being chussed in. Got to do. How do you have a fast pit crew? Higher parts levels, Celsi. How does it change within... It depends what you feel like it's changed. Oh my god, Verstappen is struggling. Race start is not Verstappen's forte, remember. So, we've got a problem again. This was like Max at Singapore. He was struggling at that circuit as well. And again, he's struggling here. Behrman flying, Verstappen going backwards. He needs a big race start boost. Does Max Verstappen. He's got to get a big race start boost to help him in these races. As now he gets into P8. Oh, of course we're watching tomorrow's race. Of course! You'd be mad not to watch tomorrow's. Noah, probably because your team score is on a little bit more of the lower side than average. That would be why. Can we get Ocon? Yes, we can. Alright, we're in the mix here. We're in the mix. It just depends what can be done for the rest of this race. Behrman is going to get a minimum of 6th place. Well, welcome, Geda Susha, welcome. We are good, thank you, mate. How are you? Come on. See you soon, Solanke. Thank you for popping in. Even if you can't watch for long, we appreciate anybody popping in to watch the stream. Piastri, I think you want Series 9's defending. I don't think Piastri's great for that one. I think I use Sainz, but you want Verstappen's, Bortoletto's, that kind of look on them drivers. Right, Behrman with DRS now. We'll get up to 4th. Okay, now we've got to focus on Verstappen because he's being the bad driver right now. But he will get some positions here. And he will get up into 13th. Now, at the moment, we are on 34. That does make 38 points. So, it's... Oh, my God, we're on the last lap. No, we're not. One more lap to go. Thought for a moment this was it. Right, any more pit stops? P2, P1 don't pit. So, this is down to it now. Oh, my God, look how many cars are ahead of here. Here we go. Here's some points for Max Verstappen.
2 secs, Karun. We've got a new subscriber.
Oh my God, where's the lag come from? Bertie, thank you for hitting the subscribe. Very much appreciated. Now, can we get past Norris? I used that by accident. But can we get him? Oh my God, I'm lagging again. But we get him. It's actually going to be okay points, considering all of that. It's going to be P2. And what is going to be P6. Yeah, not even instinct. We only have 20 of those, Raphael. We do, Tino Tano. Welcome. You was here recently. And that will be good points. Because that is 23 for Behrman. It's going to be 19. It's going to be 42. If we add 4 points onto that one, it's going to be 46 points. So get in. That is good point scoring. Alfie, good evening. Now, chat, the good thing about scoring lower in races also is that you don't let your opponents in your group truly know what you are capable of. So if I get through tomorrow with 330, for example, we all know that come off the final round, I could probably go and score 380. But they won't know that until it's too late. And that was a good win. Come on. I poured €20. What should I put them? I'd save you money now. I would just open crates early when there's a 50% crate timer involved. Now, I'm going to make sure we can open these contender crates because they have a little bit of luck in them. So I need to make sure we open them because you sometimes get some rares and you get some epics, obviously up to Series 9. So let's quickly open that one. And just to help the assets, why use a driver stat boost over a car boost? Driver stats are more important than car. Drivers are more powerful. So a driver boost would all... I've got a recent video out as well, which is very good. A driver stat beats a car boost. Right, okay. That is that. We move on to the next race. And that is going to be race number 3. So this person, for example, doing well with 92. But again, I'm okay using the free boosts here. That's pretty good. Now, we need an overtaking and a cornering car for this one. And I think that is our cornering setup that we are going to be wanting to run. Qualifying is not going to matter massively. So I might use some exhale. I'm going to try exhale. I'm starting at the back, so I'm probably just going to take beat. Again, I'm starting at the back. I'm not getting any qualifying. It doesn't matter. That is that. That is that. Who do you think is going to win the championship? I think Norris is going to do it. So that's what I'm going to run. And overtaking drivers is going to be these two again. Now, Bortoletto can do a one-stop in Brazil. Verstappen cannot. He can only do a two-stop. Now, we mentioned earlier on in qualifying in the week that at the weekend we would take a better boost. Now, when it comes to this at the weekend, tomorrow, there will be the feral boost that I will use to get Max Verstappen 5 laps. Because I've got only 2. So I'm going to do I'm going to have no choice but to do a 2-stop. I've got Bortoletto in there as well. Chat, how many points are we going to score at race number 3? Sao Paulo, 100% wet conditions. Yeah, got to keep collecting. Of course. I play this game, you live it. Absolutely, Daniel. Welcome. Right. Okay, Daniel doesn't like Max. Okay. So, again, we're going to try and see what we can come. I think it was difficult before in qualifying. I think the top 3 destroyed us. How did he get so good? I wouldn't say I'm that good. You might think I might be, but I don't think compared to some of the other players out there, I'm that great. But it is a case of many, many years of playing. Anything I learn, I tell you. Football is goated, has just hit subscribe, and it absolutely is, especially if you enjoy watching Aston Villa. We are absolutely goated. Yes, we are. Thank you, Elliot. And Daniel hit subscribe. That's great. Football F1M, you are so good at the game. We appreciate all the kind words from everybody as well. Yes, I've got to change it, Rafe. I'm going to have to change to 14. Oh, yeah, I am. You are right, Rafe. 49 points will be for P1 next season, not 47. Villa is not good. Get out. We're great. Elliot, many watches of videos I do. You will get there, mate. So, again, we're going to be saving some boosts here, chat. I'm going to save boosts again. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to go for just a very small warrior. I've got 85. It's not a great boost, and it's going to be good. Leicester better than Villa. Oh, no. It's not going to help me. I'm not going to score great, but I'm going to save my big boosts. So, real player. Here we go. And they are using the good boosts. They are starting in 9th and 13th. Are we well out team scored here? Because they have got a brilliant qualifying position. Or are they fully on qualifying setup? We'll find out. But Bortoletto has made some early overtakes. He's going into P20. And Verstappen is pulling through as well. So not the greatest start. But we do have a one-stop coming up for Bortoletto. Now, we will probably pit quite early on Verstappen and get him into clean air. That's the one thing we probably will. So maybe around lap 2, I will be pitting Max Verstappen and basically going to lap 6. I'm going to try and do a big undercut for Max Verstappen. Now, DRS is going to be enabled for the first time here. So let's use it a little bit, try and push, and we nearly push past the rival. So, here we go. Rain, yes, wet race. You know what it calls for when it's a wet race, chap.
Is there a leakage?
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Right, I'm going to do one more lap, and the reason for that is I want to build Verstappen's power unit. That is the reason we are going for one more lap. Now, DRS will trigger. I'm going to save Verstappen's DRS here. It wouldn't be usable at the end of that straight anyway. So I'm going to bring Verstappen in. I've got no other choice but to bring him in because he's quite slow. I don't feel like the rival's got that great of a setup here, but sadly, it's not really impactful by us at the moment. Bortoletto's got to be very careful on the tyres. Why not use Hamilton? Bortoletto's just way better. He's only got about 3 less overtaking, but he's better in every other thing. So Verstappen does that undercut. That's what we're going to do. That is the undercut, and we're going to get past Bortoletto straight away. Now, if we do a full lap of push here, what we can do is while everyone's stuck in traffic, get through. The undercut of dreams is what is called for Max Verstappen, and he's still in some beautifully clean air as we go up the hill again. Now, a lot of cars should be coming in the pits. There they all are. We are running out of tyres. But Verstappen, there he is, in 14th. Yeah, I seen it about him spinning. I did see it. Yeah, rival's a bit strong. Way better boost for the rival. But tyres are about to run out for Bortoletto. We need the good boosts to score well. That is a problem. Now, Bortoletto up the hill. Just going to run out of tyres, but that is going to be his 5-lap stint complete. Oh my god, rival just goes round the outside. It's not over. We can still do well. I promise. Right. DRS again. I definitely think rival might be on like a qualifying setup, but I just can't get to him. It's just ASW Racing for me. Think you should have pitted last lap. Yeah, he probably could have. But the problem is, getting 5 laps on the second stint is tougher than the first. So I'm going to go to lap 7 with Verstappen. I'm going to just keep on cruising with Bortoleto. He doesn't have to pit again. Verstappen does. So, let's see. Big and little. Yeah, it was Bortoleto, wasn't it? Which Leclerc is that? And they were like, big Leclerc. I forgot to use DRS. It'll be okay, though. So, Bortoleto gets back to 14th. This is a tough race. Yeah, let's go, Caliber. You've got this. You've got this. Now, some better power unit available with Verstappen. Nah, I think McLaren will have strict rules. Do not even make contact. But I think Norris is still going to win. It's Norris's to lose, isn't it? At the end of the day. Right, up to 12th. We should still get pit stops. Verstappen coming out in 17th. We should still get pit stops for some of the cars out there who pitted early. And there should be quite a lot of them. We should get a big jump by Bortoleto. Not many, actually, but we should get some moves. And you can see, these two are not too far away from each other. Here comes a few of the pit stops. Not that many. I think they're all going to try and survive 5 laps instead. Rival, look, even with a big boost, hanging on. As we are bang there, look. Look at that. I think the Rival doesn't have the strongest setup, I must say, but it's definitely, with the boost, a lot more powerful than mine. Now, who runs out of tyres in this race? Quite a few, by the look of it. They're crawling up the hill, but I don't think I can catch. P7, I don't think I can catch. And we just hold on to 8th. Now we get a few more positions as well. It's not great scoring, chat. It's not great scoring. It's 32 points. 36 in total. We might have to sneak a good boost to try. Yeah, I mean, we might have to sneak a good boost to actually make sure we qualify in this race. Yeah, I think they need to change the tyre strategies on this game. It's too easy for strategy. So 122. If we got another 40 points, to be fair. If we got another 40 points, we get 160. That would make us up to 320. And 320 would be good enough for the... I think we're okay. I think we're still okay. We've had some tough matches, but I think we can survive. Now, the next race, Anandare is welcome. Yeah, way more quality. If we had a better boost, different story. Telling you. Now, overtaking and speed. And we don't have a speed setup, it seems. No, we don't. So, let's create ourselves a speed setup and head to the circuit of Las Vegas. Now, I'm going to use Aeroblade. Do I need Aeroblade? We're going to start at the back anyway. It doesn't matter for us. So, I'm going to use Vortex. Quantum comes in. And that is our setup. 149 over 145. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, favourite track. I love Brazil. I love Silverstone. Now, overtaking. Bortoleto is going to come back in. Now, he should be able to get a free soft. Verstappen, going to have to go to mediums. He's going to have to go to mediums. So, what do we think? Mexico is fastest lap, I believe. Chat, what do we reckon? How many points? Verstappen, Bortoleto, speed setup. We are going to the circuit of Vegas, trying to save boosts. Desco, do you want me to give you a tip? What series are you in? Let me know how new you are to the game. Just seen you post up, sorry. Let's go. I think we could still get away with Warrior here. I still think we could get away with it. 2 months. Well, obviously, what I'd say is watch my series guides, because I walk you through every series with the required drivers and the required cars parts. But also, of course, don't upgrade stuff you're not going to use. That wastes coins. That is what's key. Now, obviously, if you're going to use a boost, you want to make sure you're using a boost that features the driver stat of that series. Do we have Senna? Not on this account. Not on this account. So chat, get the guesses in. How many points are we going to score from Las Vegas? Hemi Life, welcome. Kimo, welcome as well. How many points do we score from Vegas? They're sleeping, I reckon, Raphael. MK always comes at me for being late, but he's late himself. Non-existent. So, it is soft mediums. And we will use that warrior boost because I've still got 80 of it. Now, we're going to get set to race in Vegas. 6 laps to come. Free softs on Bortoletto. Can we get... I need 40 points. It's going to be tough to get 40 points from this race. So, especially when you're not using a big boost. Obviously, we've got a lot of skull would be perfect around here. But the start could have been better. It is P19 for Verstappen at the moment. It is then a couple more positions to get ourselves up to 17th. From Bortoletto coming through as well as he makes a move on Jack Doohan. So, Verstappen 17th. Bortoletto 18th coming through as well. Look at the speed on Gabriel Bortoletto. He now will move himself into 16th. So 16th and 18th with DRS about to be enabled on the next one. We do have legendary drivers. We always start at the back because our car is not as high as some of those around us. Minimaster, welcome. 37 points sitting P1. Let's go. And Johnny, welcome as well. Trying to race and say hello. Trying to keep on top of chat as well. It's tough, but we're trying to get there. Now, DRS for the first time. Here we go. Bortoletto makes 1, 2, 3 positions. Verstappen, 17th at the moment. Can we keep on improving in this race? We've got to get more points than this, of course, as Bortoletto tries to get into 12th. Tough racing so far. Can we get past Lawson? Yes, we can. So, again, struggling a little bit. The AI getting away out front. How do you get DRS? Series 4 Exhale car part. Series 9 Aeroblade car part. And Series 11 Valkyrie car part. That's how you get it. Now, Bortoletto moves into 10th place. Verstappen moving through as well, but currently 13th. Going to try and save some power unit now, but look how quick Piastri is. Comes flying by. 3 months of playing, I've got 3 P1s and a top 10. First time to see you on the stream. Sayrope, welcome. And congratulations on some great results. Well done. That is what we love to hear. Make sure to tell me in the strategy guides next week, because then I can feature your result. Congratulations. Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we get 5? That'd have been a record. Oh, we can get 5 in the end. We can get 5 overtakes. Let's go. Now, it's going to be tough for Bortoletto to do 3 softs. It is pretty tough. But we'll see. Good. Oh, beautiful again. We are so good on pit times. We managed that beautifully. We do have Nico, yep. We do have him. Now, I'm going to save DRS. I've got to watch his tyres. But we can get through. The AI are super quick around here. They're definitely faster than my setup. But we need a bigger boost. Big time. Now, Bortoletto 8th. Still plenty of time to go. To get more positions. Plenty of time to lose more positions as well, to be fair, chap. Now, Bortoletto with DRS. Come on. Here he comes. Into 7th. Yes. Now, Verstappen comes through 13th. He gets through as well. He wants a bit of party action. As now, Bortoletto will move up to the top 7. Come on. Verstappen's struggling. Yeah, he needs the better boost, does Max, sadly. But we are right behind Carlos Sainz. Now, can we push into the turn? And get the move. Yes, we can. Up to P10 we go. Welcome notification. Borrow a few roosters. I'd love to. Favourite F1 driver of all time, I'm going to say Michael Schumacher. The GOAT. Now, Bortoletto is up to 6th. We are still scoring okay here, chap. I'm telling you, we are scoring okay. Going to close that gap now as well. On the pack. So Verstappen past Gasly. Let's go. Hate this game. Notifications having a rough time. Okay, got to watch the tyres still, but Bortoletto is going to be finishing in a minimum of 6th place. I don't think he's going to get any higher. The AI are too quick. Now, what about Verstappen? I think it's too tough to get, if I'm honest. But we're trying to close the gap. He will have one more dose of DRS, but that Red Bull and that Ferrari are a little bit out of reach, I feel. I just don't think even with DRS, we are going to be able to get the jump. Series 2, just go for the track stats. If it's a cornering series, go for cornering. You just want to be matching off against the track stats that they specify as best as you can. Can we get Verstappen? I don't think we can. And again, chat, we've still scored okay points. Considering we only went for the free boost. We only went for Warrior. We score 19 and 16. That's 35 points. But the good thing for me is it's going to be 39 points when we add the race points. So we do get the win in the duel. But in the end, we do and are managing the points. But tomorrow, if we use a school boost, if we use hex boost, you will get a lot better result. You will get a lot better result tomorrow. But this is why people say to me, how do I have success on the free-to-play account like I'm having? This is the reason. Because I am smart with what I'm doing. Now, Verstappen 5, Bortoletto 4, and a balanced setup for the rival. Yeah, if you don't have the driver stat of the car for the boost, take the car boost. Yeah, of course. That would be your best bet. But always try and take, if it's an overtaking and cornering track, always try and take the overtaking part in a boost. Absolutely. So, for example, chat, number 52, I beat last week to P1 right here, and he's currently 28 points ahead of me. But, of course, tomorrow, we're going to get a very different race 3, race 4. Now, to give you an aspect, chat, in race 3, I got 36 points. When I raced Brazil on qualifying in race number 2, I got 45, and that was with a good boost. So I know straight away already there is at least 9 points available in Brazil. After you saying you're smart, I'm really struggling. Yeah, well, you're late as always, MK, first of all. People were missing you. Now, overtaking and power unit. Back to our power unit setup we go. There you go. So, power unit and overtaking drivers. We're going to put Bortoletto back in. But, of course, race start is going to be pretty painful around here. Now, Bortoletto can get the one stop on mediums as well. Verstappen will obviously have to do a free soft 4 hard. But that is the strategy. Now, chat, how many points are we going to get from race number 5? We are heading off to China. It is time for Shanghai. Now, make sure to get your chat's guesses in. It is 51 points that we can score in total. But for this race, overtaking and power unit, I don't know what I'm going to be using yet. It might be Warrior again. Shabazz, welcome. Nice work, Daniel. How do you play this game now? How do you mean notification? But remember, chat, we are going for not great boosts. So trying to keep it low key in our group. And then tomorrow, we release the big boosts. And then we will hopefully get P1. Because tomorrow, chat, we of course have the palm boost available as a reward. And tomorrow, if you get P1 in Contender, you get 331 palm boosts. So for me, that is what I got to do tomorrow. I've got to trade in my schools to get my palm boost. How do you play? I mean, I just absolutely try and use all the skill that I've learned and go from there. It's simple as what I do. It's all I do. So I think I'm going to save Hex for Vegas at least. I think I've just got to go Warrior again. Yeah, stuff it. Let's go Warrior again. Let's keep it up. Oh, I could have used Samba. Could have used the boss Samba. Yeah, Palm is incredible. Palm's a really good boost. So if I can get that. Grouping's easier because we've took our time. Only went to Contender in the last month or so. I've been in Junior and Challenger the whole time. Samba I could have. I think I used it in qualifying, didn't I, Raphael? I'm sure I did. Wish me luck. Oh, hopefully, Daniel, you do. Good luck for that one. Now, Verstappen has got a good start in this race, considering he's going soft to hard, which is many men's dreams. Then we are gonna be trying to get him onto the hard tyres, and then he will be having to probably be a lot slower. But round goes Bortoletto. He's currently in P16. Sitting at 5th place on GP Junior. Well, good job, Professor Finessa. You are going through to the final round. Started the day on 1st in Champion. Well, hopefully you're going to survive. Hopefully. Welcome to everybody. If you are just joining, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to say hello as well in the chat. We are friendly over here, apart from MK. He smells like shit, but everyone else smells quite nice. So welcome along, everybody, if you're just joining. Make sure to get involved in the chat as well. Every time a new person subscribes, we get an extra point. Whoa, Verstappen off the track again. We've seen that before. Yeah, Professor Finessa, there is sponsor task of race points this week, so you can get extra points this week. You can get up to 51 in Contender, 52 in Champion, 50 in Challenger, and 49 in Junior. How did you fix your voice in 2 hours? I don't know, it had time to recover. Right, come on, favourite boost. I'd say Nazar. A lot of people's favourite boost. Right, Verstappen's in. Verstappen's going to have a painful second half of this race, I can tell you now. Black and white. I mean, it was definitely a dodgy racing. But again, we probably want to score 35, 36 points here, if we can do that. That would still make 40 points. Would still make it. How do I... in the game, do you mean qualify, Descal? It means just me comes from your driver and your car parts. Better car parts, better qualifying. We get a 66 point. Who knows? Right, Verstappen's struggling. Verstappen is struggling. Bortoletto will come into softs. But Verstappen's trying to keep pace. But he is going to move into the top 6. That's good. But it's still hard work. How do I play the qualify? The qualifying you can't. It's done automatically. If you mean the pre-race qualifying. If you mean the qualifying event, it's every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So you'd have missed it by now. Right, Verstappen, come on. Now we're getting some places here. Because Bortoletto's starting to come through the field. Here comes Max with DRS. No, can't get the move. Bortoletto is thinking about letting Verstappen back through. Okay, you do that. What are we in now? P5, P7. This is okay. Again, free boost usage as we go for a move. But not get it. Come on. Let's go. Verstappen into 5th. Bortoletto currently in 6th. As we go down the straight to try and close up. And here we go. Into P5. and P6. Can we get any more moves? I don't think we can. So we are going to score what looks to be 39. So that's good. Again, with the warrior boost, that would indicate that tomorrow there is a lot more boosts out there that we can use to score big points. I think our strategy is right. It is just our boost selection. That is all we're missing. As now we come through in 5 and 6. Definitely not going to be making any more positions here. It is going to be 39 points, which is great, which is a good little run actually. Rival is out of tyres. I don't think we can catch them. We can't. But we are going to get the victory over the rival. Going to get ourselves a contender crate as well. And that means, again, 39 points. That's 43. We are keeping above the average that we need. We should be getting through unless drama strikes. So, contender grid crate back in. Now this rival had level 6 Verstappen, level 7 Hamilton, and a car which was way better than ours. Look at that. Good levels for the rival. Now, okay, let's go and focus up because we've got racing to do, points to win. We've got contender grid crates to open as well. So we move in with 204 points after race number 5. Okay, I think we're okay. So, we're on track for that 320 that I wanted to get to. Now, Bearman's in there. Colapinto. And some Antonelli getting closer to level 8. Senna or Max? Senna, but Max is very close now. So, Bearman again. Some Dynamo. And some Hadjar. Okay. So, we can open this. Can't open anything more. So, now, we are race number 5 complete. We have got race number 6 to come. We need 120 points, I would say. We need 40 points a race still. 40 points a race would get us to 324. That would put us into P8 and definitely through. Kalen, welcome. Worth a test with the Epic engine? It could be. It could be. We'll have a look. We'll have a look what our track is. Race 6, Mexico. Race start and power unit. Now, we could definitely see what the qualifying does. Let's give a bit of the map free. And let's see what it does for us. So, Verstappen, Bortoletto on the race start. But of course, we want to be using Bearman instead. And I think these can get... I think they can get free soft. Or can they? Or can they get free soft with 60 tyre management? I think they can. So, Verstappen and Bearman. Power unit setup. Feels more like cornering. I don't think Alonso's that great down in here. Yeah, not really worth it. 11 less tyres. That's why we're not using him. Chat, get the votes in. 40 points required, I want. And I'm going to be using the ballast boost. 5 race start points only. We're going to be using ballast. So make sure, let's fill the chat with how many points you think we're going to get out of 51. Come on. Let's get the guesses in. If we could get 51, it'd be great, but it's tough. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting... there's not much loss, is there, really, with using Mac? You get a lot more cornering. So we'll see how it goes. I still imagine we're going to... I still imagine we're going to start at the back. So it's just whether or not we want to get rid of a bit of power unit for cornering and qualifying. Okay, so Mexico City. And where do we start? 21st, 22nd. Which is your favourite track? Brazil or Silverstone for me? Still going to save my instinct boost. Still saving instinct. So we're going to go for ballast. Now, chat, what do you think to this, okay? Now, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Tomorrow, in the race, does Max Verstappen absolutely bolt off from the front and destroy the race and try and win by a country mile? Or does he try and hold up the McLarens so that they are more attackable from behind? So does he do like a Fernando Alonso, get stuck and hold everybody up in the hope that people can actually try and come past the McLarens? Because he can't just go out and win because the McLarens will follow him. So surely there has got to be a change. It's not going to be the most straightforward race. McLaren do have two cars, but remember, they're stuck behind each other. Does he want Piastri and Lando to go wheel to wheel? Or does Lando simply let Piastri and Verstappen go? But remember, you've all got to remember this. Do you all forget how tricky Abu Dhabi is for overtaking? It is not an easy circuit for overtaking. We've seen Mass Alonso getting stuck behind Renaults for 30 laps when he wanted to win the championship. We've seen it's very hard to overtake at Abu Dhabi. But I just think if he's 30 seconds clear, Max, he might as well come back to the field and try and cause something to happen. Because it doesn't matter. Unless McLaren have team orders that whoever's leading the championship in the final race gets full priority. True, Raphael. True. But it is a tough circuit to overtake. Underfuel Yuki. I have heard this one. I have heard this one, Paul. But yeah, it's just interesting. Well, that's the thing. Do they let him go? That's what I mean. Does Lando hold up everyone behind him? I mean, this is what we're all going to have to learn tomorrow. I promise you, if I do not go out to watch it, I will do a watch along. If I do a watch along, if my mates don't actually turn up to do what we want to do, would anyone watch it? What do we think? As now, coming into the pits. Well, that's it, MK, yeah. It's going to be very interesting. I know, Caliber, we used to do some, didn't we? But it's still going to be a great race, isn't it? Now, this race is looking pretty handy that we're in at the moment in Mexico. P7. P9. I'll see what I can do then. If the mates don't turn up, then we'll do a watch along. Obviously, I can't show you the race, of course. You know how watch alongs work. Can't show you the physical race, but I can have the map up and everything. So, into 5th. You all invited. Don't worry. Right, P5. This is going to be good points still. I think we're solid on the points here. Tell them to watch the stream. I think this is still good. I am going to absolutely just fly here. We can just push this all the way to the finish. It doesn't matter for Mexico. Again, a little stronger boost needed tomorrow. Definitely. We're going to get up to 4th. I think there's a few overtakes here. I'm going to run out of tyres, but I'm just pushing it for fun. To see what's possible. There's P3. Is that P2? It is. There's Verstappen running out of tyres to get P3. Them and P5. So again, good points. We're more important than friends with family. Yeah, Gata Sushi. It's been tough for Piastri in by the last 6 months. Worth upgrading car parts in Series 4. You want DRS to be usable. That's the rear wing you should focus on, really. Exhale, Aeroblade, Valkyrie are the rear wings that you want to be focusing on. Still, you got to be upgrading all your other parts, though. Of course. Or like your good parts. Well, let's see what tomorrow brings. 42 points. That means we are going to get a 46 at this circuit. That is good. That's what we need. Solid points. Right, so 250 points so far. Chat, by the way, we could still take P1 in this group currently using only 3 boosts because we've just picked up our averages a little bit with them last 2 races.
2sex Karoon, we've got a new subscriber.
Adam, thank you for hitting subscribe. Thank you and welcome to the channel. Lando only needs to finish P3. Yeah, Lando, it doesn't matter who comes first, second. Lando only needs to be P3. Obviously, if it's not Max or Piastri, then he probably can finish lower. Oh no, chat. Now, here's the thing, chat. I might try and go full beans in this one. Because I need to sort this track out for tomorrow. So I'm going to use some big boosts now.
We've got a new subscriber.
Ashi Chowdhury, thank you for hitting the subscribe. I'm going to use some big boosts. Because I need to nail this track tomorrow. So I've got to go Verstappen. Got to go Behrman. I think if I use a good boost, welcome Slayer, I think I'd go both to mediums. I think both would be fine. I've only got 11 skull. I don't want to waste. How many Herald have I got? 19. I might use Herald just from a race start point of view. Okay, so just want to check Leclerc. Okay. So what? This is race start, isn't it? Yeah, race start. Okay. Max, that's what I'm feeling. Max is too slow and hard, so I want to go mediums, but probably I want to see how he performs with Herald. Behrman, I might put them both on the mediums because they'll be quick enough. Right, let's do both mediums. Russell does have good quality, but not great for what we want in Contender. Talking of Russell. Right, this is going to be the interesting one. I'm going to use a really good race start boost. Go mediums and instinct. I think I went instinct yesterday in qualifying. And I struggled. Right. 222 with Herald. That's what I want to try. It'll be the only time I use it tomorrow. Use Copper and still get means that's when your drivers are that bad at race start, even a great race boost won't help. I mean, I could use Instinct. I'll have a look when I'm in there. It's just because I need to know for full... sort of knowledge. Max Verstappen here yesterday was absolutely awful. We only got like... How many points did we get here yesterday, chat? Was it like 36 or something? Don't have any Prince boost, I don't think. We could go in. We could go Instinct. 22nd. I think it was 32 or 36, yeah. I'll go hards on Behrman, but I'm worried about it. I must be admitting. I'll go Instinct for now. I'm going to go Instinct on 1. I'm going to go Instinct there. And I have got Prince, it turns out. Gonna go like that. So, because Max has got really bad race start that I don't think low race start number helps him. So I'm going to try this. And now, look at that. Equally, that's an instant better launch off the grid. Instant. I mean, that was like jump start. Now we're talking. Compared to in the week. Wow. Now that is very, very interesting. So obviously still got a long way to go in this race. First time we're using a premium boost, I think, because we haven't used a premium boost until race number 7, but this is for practice for tomorrow. 11 good calls and 1 bad. Right, can we get Verstappen? So Behrman is quick. We can see that. Going down the oil. We know Verstappen might struggle still. We know 100%. Okay, come on. Behrman's going to have a good position here. Verstappen, come on. Thank you. No! Supposed to not let Hamilton past. Right, Verstappen going to pit from 4th, considering how he was like in qualifying when he was stuck in about 20th the whole race. That is a big difference. So, P3 for Behrman. We're going to score some good points. Kawhi's an underrated boost. Right, let's keep pushing Behrman. Yeah, I think we went hard, didn't we, in qualifying? Wasn't the play. Right, can we get ahead of Piastri? Yes. Behrman's up to 2nd as well here. Can he take the lead? He can. Behrman into P1 will pit from the lead of this race. Verstappen. Few cars pitting now as well. Still got 1 stop to do, but he's going to be bang there in P number 3. Oh no, P2. He stays P2. So, a lot better race. This is really good for tomorrow. I think we've got to go mediums and a big Herald boost. With it could be here, Andrew. I like DRS down that back bit, though. I'm learning that that's a pretty decent spot for some DRS. So yeah, in Challenger, it's a good stat to take. Now, Verstappen leads and pits. I don't think you're missing out too much with DRS if you don't take it. So Behrman 2nd. Verstappen coming out in 5th. Thought he'd make that overtake, but he didn't. And even whatever we score now, it's a lot better than qualifying. What do we got? Who is in the lead? Russell will pit from the lead. Can we get Verstappen to 4th? He will get DRS though. As so. And now we get P4. This is looking... Oh, the boss thought I was going to get held back. Now lap 6, the final lap of the race. Singapore. We've managed to turn this one upside down. There's now Verstappen versus the Ferrari. We don't have any power unit left on Max, sadly. So, I think we're going to have to do this on the very last straight. We are gaining power unit quick because it's a power unit circuit. So we might still be able to get it. Just going to keep making sure we conserve. Because of the power unit trap, we can conserve quickly. Can Verstappen get through? He can't. Now it's going to be all-out attack for Max Verstappen. DRS has got to be his best friend as he runs wide though. But Leclerc runs out of tyres. And that means from the 32 points yesterday or the 36, we come home and it's our first perfect score of the day. It was a free boost still on Bearman, but it was a premium boost for the first time. I mean, tell you what, chat, in race 7, that is not bad going to only whack a premium boost out in the 7th race. That does mean that we get the full points. That projects our points into a really nice position. And now, we are looking good. We have one race to go. And we get another contender crate. So again, level 4s across the board. And a setup which was okay. Was not too bad. Quantum being the outlayer. So, probably not Hemi Life. The voice is a struggle, so we'll probably go and chill. Remember, we've done 2 streams today, in this evening. 301 chat. So if we get 36 points, we will take P1 currently. 36 points. Now, we struggled in race number 1, but we all know why. So, we had a real player that we only used Warrior. And there you go. So, we move back to Max Verstappen. I am going to be using Mach 3 because I think that's been working out. That seems to be working okay as well. So, I'm going to use that one. And that is still going to be our power unit setup. We are going to be them 2 drivers with Bortoletto on the 1 stop. Overtaking and power unit. Use Oscar for fun since you don't care about points. Oscar Piastri. He's not the bad driver. Not bad. But I'm going to keep consistent. I want to still make sure Bortoletto can do well. Chat. Come on. Get your guesses in. 40 points here, race number 1. How many points are we going to score? Race number 8. It's the same circuit. We know we can 50 point this race with better boosts. Ayush Basawa, welcome to our final race. Race number 8, Abu Dhabi. Welcome along. Make sure to get your guess in the chat of how many points we are about to score. It looks like, though, chat, we are going to be through to the final round. Probably the next 15-minute Dexel. So we're probably going to be, in the next 15 minutes, chilling out. But, obviously, get involved. And we'll see. So, look at that. Out-qualified. 22nd, 24th. This rival probably on some good qualifying. We're going to start on this strategy. Overtaking power unit. Could use Skull, but I'm not. I'm just going to use Warrior. Just going to take my time and use the free stuff. Yeah, that's why we've took our time, Michael. We got P1 last week. Can we do P1 again? We'll find out tomorrow. But we'll get racing and we'll have a good chance tomorrow as well. So, P22 Bortoletto. And he will obviously only do 1 stop. But here's a good run up the inside for Max Verstappen, who gets into 18th place. So 18th and 21st at the moment on lap 1. We're going to make one more position, move up to 17th and 19th. So 17, 19. Not a bad start. Can we get past Yuki Tsunoda, who runs a little bit more wide? And the answer is yes. So, come on. Here we go. Turn 1. Little lag. We now make an overtake up to 15th and 19th. Rivals pushing 2. And now we get DRS for the first time. Rival Verstappen coming with. But we make 1, 2, 3 overtakes. And we get up to 11th. We will... I think we'll be streaming for tomorrow. Hopefully at some point. Not sure when. But from 11th place, Verstappen will pit. Bortoletto's got to watch his tyres a little bit as he comes past into the top 10, I think. He does get into the top 10. Come on. Series 9, you got to go full cornering. Just forget about Monza. Ignore it. Right, come on, Verstappen. Get yourself... Oh my God, what's gone on here? Bortoletto struggling. Why are you struggling? Yeah, Verstappen just doesn't have pace sometimes. It's really weird. Needs more overtaking, clearly. Now, Bortoletto will come into the pits on this lap coming up.
Box.
But he's already into 4th. And will not have to pit again after he makes his next stop. Verstappen has got quite a few cars ahead of him. So he could overtake at least 3 here. If he's lucky. 1, 2, 3. No, just the 2. So Verstappen 11th. Well, I think that's okay. But look at Hamilton coming back. Hamilton getting through. Hamilton is on softs. So he's got pace. I think I use Stroll Series 8, I think, as well. Okay, this is not too bad. Back to mediums again. Bortoletto coming out in 9th. More DRS to be used. Come on. No open drive. We've just got a sore throat after earlier on to today. And I'm just concentrating. That's what we're doing. Just trying to see how many points I can get. P7 currently. Come on. As Verstappen pits. So Verstappen in for a final stop of mediums. Bortoletto moves himself up to 5th. In this circuit, you want... I'm just on Mach 3. I've got like 177 power unit, 181 cornering at the minute. So, let's have a look. But I think Bortoletto is in a really good position. Verstappen, not so much because his pace struggles. But I'm trying to get him through. I've got the same setup I've ran at most tracks, to be fair. But we're still going to score well because Bortoletto's up to 3rd. Verstappen's up to 6th. And again, we're only using the free warrior boost here. Which is a really good insight to tomorrow. I think we can score well tomorrow. I really do. I don't open drive. I've got a Discord channel if anybody wants to join the Discord channel. I'll put that in the chat right now for yous. We are looking good then on the final... that's the wrong link, sorry. Put the other link in now. So, P2. And we're not going to get P1. But it's encouraging signs. Rival is pushing through. But Verstappen with DRS should be able to close up on Bortoletto. Should definitely get past that Red Bull. And does. Yeah, Russell's winning this one. Bortoletto's trying to hold off the McLaren of Norris. Lot of overtaking tracks this week. 5, I think it is. And that is P2 and P5. So even with a warrior boost, which only gives us 5 overtaking, no power unit, one of the worst boosts for this circuit, we, in terms of having a little bit of track stat, that is, score 43 and we save some big boosts. A 4-4 if you've got 75 tyre management open drive. If you don't have 75 tyre management, you want to be going for the 2-stop. If I could, I would be 1-stopping Max Verstappen all day, but I don't have the tyre management. He only has 60. So I'd need to take something like an Eagle boost to get him to a 4 hard. Now, a contender grid crate we do get, and we do get them drivers that we're up against, a level 7, level 5, and that was a setup, Raphael, just so you know. That's what we are running. Full power units for the brakes, gearbox, and rear wing, and cornering, really, for the front wing, suspension, and engine. So, yeah, there you go. But not bad. Well, there you go. Hemi Life. Look at our Norris in this race. 4 hards, 2 soft for Lando Norris. Bit strange. Not seen that one before. But usually, they would do a 1-stop. So, we get a contender grid crate. And then we will have a look how we have done. Now, chat, before we show you our score, and before we, of course, end the stream, please do hit the thumbs up. Please do make sure you are subscribed. And if you are subscribed, hit that little notification bell, and you'll get notified every time I go live. Not been around for a while. Welcome, John. We are on the free-to-play account. It is in now Series 12, John. We have 2 Contender P1 medals on our account. I'll show you a quick run through at the end of this stream, which is shortly. So we'll open up them first. No, I haven't had any updates yet. I haven't seen anything. We're waiting to see what Hutch bring out. Let's say Slick Shift and Hulkenberg. Pit stop and strategy, yes. So, let's open that up. And some Aeroblade. That's always nice. So, if we go into here. Now, chat, I am going to ask you a question in a moment. Please don't answer the question right now. But I'm going to ask you in a moment. You've seen me race. I can score... What can I score? 408 points, I think, is the maximum I can score in this GP, because it's 51 points a race. So, tomorrow, let me know, if I was to use big boosts, how many points do you think we can score? So don't write that down now, because I haven't showed you today's score. However, have a think, based on what you've watched so far, of what you do. So if I'm going to head over to Contender, we slot ourselves into first place. So even with pretty much using 8 races of free boosts, and of course 1 where we had to use a premium boost, we do slot ourselves now into P1. So 348 points was what we scored. So tomorrow, with the big boosts, of course, we can do a lot better at circuits like Races 3 and Race 4. We can definitely be scoring a lot better. Now look at race number 8 compared to race number 1. We got Abu Dhabi, an extra 7 points in that final race. But in qualifying, we got 51 at Abu Dhabi with school boost. So there's a lot of potential out there. So 348 points is the total amount of points we scored today. I think if you walk through, I can get another 10 points from race number 1. In Imola, I reckon I could probably get 50. So there's 14. At Brazil, I reckon I can get 10. So that's 24. At race number 4, Vegas, I can definitely get 42. So we're probably up to about 30 points there. And then in the back ones, probably... I could probably get another 13. So I reckon we could get about 390. I reckon that might be what we could get. I reckon we could get 42. I reckon we get another 42 to 50 points. I think so. I think there's still a lot of people playing. They've teased something new as well, JK. They've teased some F1 Clash special editions, but we don't know what it is yet. So we're waiting for Hutch to drop that to see what it is. Hopefully, something big's coming, but we don't know yet. So there might be something on the way. Not much else has changed, but we do have, like, I don't know how long you've played, for example, JK, but we do have like daily challenges now. For example, we've got weekly challenges. You get a store that you can spend them points in. So there's a little bit of changes that make you do a bit. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not making any further comment on special editions, but have a think. Obviously, what it is that they are going to be bringing, but yeah, it's a lot to look forward to, hopefully. So that is our round of racing done and dusted, and that is Contender, 348 points. I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to see us through. This is how our medals look at the moment. So we have got P1 Contender, we have got a top 10 contender, and we have got another P1 Contender. So we've got some really good results in this free-to-play. And I think we can all agree that this free-to-play is becoming very, very good scoring. Very good scoring. So P1s, P10s, I think that is good. I'm pretty happy. We should be able to get 95% done on the season. The question will be is, do we carry over this account to the new season, or do we start again? So you never know. You never know at all. So we'll have to find out. But we are gonna leave it there, and tomorrow we are going to... I'm not going to say anything, Raphael. You can keep going. I'm going to give you a smile and a raised eyebrow. I'm going to give you everything. So that is it. We will await. But tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to have a great day, because we have got the finale of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix tomorrow, where Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, or Max Verstappen are going to be... one of them is going to be world champion. It is going to be mental. Well, you got to just make sure you're on time, JK. I've had this stream set up since this morning. You should have known. So, yeah, I mean, tomorrow hopefully is good. You might see a world champion crowned, which is 100% guaranteed. And you might see me get back-to-back and our third P1 Contender medal. You never know, because we are going for that 331 palm boosts. That would be an absolute beast. So, we are gonna leave it there. What else it says? Open drivers. General, is it better to go with little stops as possible? Really, yeah. You ideally don't want to stop as many. Some tracks like Singapore have small pit lanes, which means faster pit time. So, yeah. Now, chat, good luck. Again, as I always say, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you make sure you hit the thumbs up on all the videos, and then whenever we upload, make sure to leave a comment as well. That would be amazing. So, good luck in the rest of your round if you haven't raced already. But I'm going to leave you starting in pole position. We are going to leave this stream at least currently in P1 as well. Let's go. Join the Discord, chat. Join the Discord. If you join it, then we can chat more, of course, in them as well. Join it, and I'll see you there. Good luck.